have been with SAS for 9 years, and all of those 9 years have been in the global marketing position for customer intelligence, which is our AI-powered marketing technology capabilities. My experience in marketing spans almost, actually over 20 years, and it has been constantly, for me, a learning process. I'm always a student of marketing. So I started with product marketing, program marketing, and then moved into advertising and PR, and did a lot of digital strategy in the digital world. And basically my experience is all those experiences are connected together, and I'm always learning new things, even now. I am passionate about marketing because it is, to me, is not just a discipline or a job. It is actually a craft. It's where I can use, I'm data inspired, but I'm creatively driven. And every day, although the problems seem to be the same in marketing, is becoming more and more complex. And so for me, I'm passionate about just learning more and applying these new learnings to what makes good marketing, how you connect with consumers. IAB Day Colombia was a very important event simply because we are in a state of transition. COVID-19 has changed how marketers are doing digital marketing, advertising, and so on. So this IAB Day, the main thrust was to understand how brands can respond in a very powerful way to this new force, but not just respond. How do we build and be resilient for the future, whether or not there's another pandemic or there's another time of prosperity? It doesn't matter. Brands have to be ready, and I think that's what IAB Day was all about. Well, in today's world, the way you build new relationships is always, marketers have said, to be personalized, to be there in the right place at the right time. I think that is true, but I think we need to go beyond that. To build new relationships that results in profitability and loyalty, you have to do two things. One is you have, at every interaction with the brand, whether it's online or offline, the marketer has to ask, how are you trying to seize? How are you trying to catch the attention of the prospect or customer? This means predicting what the customer is going to do. This means shortening the journey from acquisition to usage to loyalty. This means removing all the barriers through that customer journey so that he or she can engage in a more easy way. And the second way is to be able to seize attention. That means surprise them where relevant. There are moments in the experience where you can be surprisingly helpful or give them an unexpected surprise or a delight. And so by seizing attention and saving attention, that's where you can engage to be more profitable. I think in the near future, brands are called to be, first and foremost, to be more understanding, to be more empathetic. That means not selling to them, especially during this period, not selling to them directly, but helping them overcome fears of whether it's able to use the services well, to be able to access value, to provide guidance, to provide reassurance. So that is one of the key things. Now, selling will come after the fact. Firstly, we want to be able to address concerns and solve their immediate worries. And then from then on, you can build the relationship and the foundation to be able to engage with them more powerfully. I think the COVID-19 pandemic has fundamentally changed how brands respond in two ways. The first way is that brands, like it or not, are now becoming healthcare or safety companies. The first thing they have to do is to ensure safety, especially if there's contactless delivery, for example, or sanitizing their places, especially if they're, some venues are open. So safety, cleanliness, health is one of the first things that all brands, doesn't matter what you have to do, it becomes a priority. Secondly, I'm also seeing that most of these brands are now slowly moving to, rather than selling or purchasing kinds of marketing, is usage. How can you use the product? So one example is IKEA, which is very innovative. IKEA, as you know, is a very popular brand that does furniture and household goods. And they have created and they're partnered with a design agency to be able to use augmented reality, AR, or immersive reality, IR, to be able to help their customers envision what their house could be looking like in the future. So you can use your camera with their app, point at a blank wall, and for example, it will show you a picture of all the shelves that are arranged on that wall in different shapes and sizes, and you can pick the one that you want. So even before buying the product, they are using the product and therefore becoming a little bit more confident, and there's more transparency in that relationship. The future of marketing is really going to be defined by a couple of key areas. And we did some research called Experience 2030 that answered that very question: what does the future of customer experience look like in the next 5-10 years? And these trends, this was done before COVID-19, but I think the trends are still important. One is the future of customer experience will be smart and immersive. That means be more predictive. It will also be more immersive using augmented reality and IR and other kinds of immersive experiences to be able to deal with the customer. Secondly, loyalty will not just become a loyalty program, but loyalty will become part of the brand experience. The third element I see in the future of customer experience is that trust and data privacy will become a key factor in the experience. So because a lot of data is being provided in these digital interactions, how can the company build trust? By protecting that customer data. And the last one, all about the heart, about emotion, trying to be authentic to the brand purpose. So those are the areas where I think the future of customer experience will be going to. There has been a few effects from a customer experience perspective, especially in the digital arena because of COVID-19. On the positive side, we are seeing all brands, whether it's a retailer or telco or a manufacturer or consumer packaged goods, it doesn't matter what the brand is, but they're all accelerating their digital experience capabilities. That is, how can you provide the same level of value and speed and efficiency using a whole range of digital channels which are connected in the experience. On the negative side, there still is a place for physical interactions with the brand. And we're definitely seeing this in some of the retail arenas, some restaurants, for example, where sometimes the actual real life experience, talking to a person, being in a store, being in the experience is still a huge part. Now, definitely screens and AI and chatbots can create that connection as well. But there's nothing like having a person become your advisor or your guide, and really looking at the physical clues and the emotional reading of the person. So from that perspective, that is being lost. But hopefully in the future, we'll see a mix of both the digital and the physical interactions being part of the brand experience. Yes, I do believe that digital can connect both the marketing field as well as advertising. When we think about the experience, it is all about telling one brand story across multiple screens. So sometimes the screens could be mass consumption like TV or on-demand screens, or it could be small screens like computers or mobile phone. And so that's where advertising and marketing gets connected. Is really telling a customer experience story or a brand story across multiple screens. So, and therefore, the advertising is connected to the marketing, and the marketing is connected back to the advertising in terms of the storyline or the narrative that the brand wants to be able to engage with. Although COVID-19 has been a huge challenge for many companies during this time, there are plenty of examples of great innovation and creativity that is happening. One of my couple of favorite stories, one of them is a company called Lemonade, which is a digital insurance, home insurance company, where they're still able to serve their renters. This is a startup in New York. They're using AI and augmented reality so that if there's any kind of claim, like home damage or home any kind of damage to property, all the customer has to do is to take a photograph using the app of the damage, and within 3 to 4 seconds, the customer receives a real-time quote. And so that is really, really powerful. And the other thing they're trying to do also is any kind of unused premiums is used to give back to charities of the consumer's choice. So here you can see an example of a brand that's making things so fast and so efficient with digital, but yet helping the community. And those are characteristics that we're seeing. We're seeing digital marketing has always had a powerful effect on the purchasing process, and even more so today, where all brands are accelerating their digital interactions. One example is Panera. Panera is a cafe brand that's very popular for this range of breakfast foods and lunches. And what they have done is they have invested in digital marketing that involves augmented reality, AR, and they created this AR application on Instagram and Facebook, where using particular filters, they can bring up a picture of their favorite breakfast in the morning, whether it's a coffee or a croissant or a egg sandwich or whatever that is, and they're able to see it on their table just by using their phone and the camera there. And if they want to, they can just order it immediately, either for delivery or for pickup. This kind of digital advertising for Panera, when they came out with this a few months ago, resulted in 93 million users accessing this app. And 25% of the people who access the app actually drove to Panera to get their breakfast or additional food. So it has a powerful effect on purchasing because it creates a demand, a longing, especially if you're using immersive technologies to create that interest, and therefore, in the same application, drive with a one-click purchase. One of the couple of things that the business can do to be able to recover, but not just recover, to be prepared for the future of experiences as they come out of the pandemic, hopefully. The first order of the day is to be completely sensitive to the consumer sentiment at this moment. Many brands have stopped their advertising, they're selling next best actions or their email offers, because it is a time where people are concerned about safety and health and income and all those worries about the uncertainties for the future. And so the first thing is not to be tone deaf, but in order to reach out, understand, number one, the safety of the employees, but number two, safety of the consumers. What are they trying to do to help alleviate any of these concerns? Then, second part is to lay the foundation for future growth. That would be obviously looking at digital channels, looking at data and analytics. How can that help really focus on the intelligence? And then to be able to work that across the brand. and moving into more purpose and passion for building empathy in a very transparent way.